Got my guitar, I've got my wine. Where we can go, live by the sea, swim in the ocean.
Adelaide Hills Chardonnay. What a day. It was a little bit hard for the old boy.
Get stuffed.
But it was a great day meeting Michael Hill Smith, Master of Wine, first in Australia, Brian Crozer, God. And Brendan, he's way too cool for me. I felt like a nerd. You know, he's got a DJ set up, he's got decks, he's got...
If you're in Adelaide Hills, go there. That would be
cool, man. And you know what? Let's start with him because he's so cool.
Absolutely.
Oh, hold on. Yep.
This is it. Adelaide Hills Chardonnay. Did not disappoint, did it?
BK Wines, 2008 Marfleur, Chardonnay,
Piccadilly Valley,
Piccadilly
second highest
vineyard
in the hills.
Yes.
And didn't we learn about altitude?
Yes, we did.
The altitude well, that was freaking hot climbing up that mountain.
Yeah.
But the gully winds and it's blowing a gale outside at the
yeah.
moment as it gets later in the evening.
Yeah.
That's what makes it a cool climate region, isn't it? The altitude.
Absolutely. And with that is something that is a very common theme with everyone talking about acidity. And acidity is that tingle on the side of your tongue, that thing that carries the flavour all the way through, the thing that makes you salivate at the end of the sip and you go, I want more, I'm thirsty. That is acidity.
Beautiful. It's refreshing
and
crisp, and you get it in modern Chardonnay, and that's what, and modern cool climate Chardonnay.
Yeah.
And this one gives it to you. But what I love about it is it's not apologising for that great buttery flavour of popcorn. Like popcorn at the movies, that kind of buttery, toasty.
And I tell you what, he's
delicious.
Done it bloody well.
There's a revolution happening. It's coming on the wave of good Chardonnay from the Adelaide Hills, and you should give it a try. We'll get more to that.
Now, this next one, Sean Smith, M3 Chardonnay, Adelaide Hills, 2008, Michael Hill Smith. I've got to tell you a story. This is hilarious. My mother and his mother-in-law called me today after we chatted with Michael Hill Smith. And do you remember the story he was saying about the Maiponga Rock Festival?
Well,
that he was in the
1971, that was the last time he was in a kombi.
Yeah. And he's, you know, I was like, don't come knocking. If you, my mother was at that festival.
Yeah, hang on, you're freaking me out now.
Michael, are you my father? No, joke.
71?
No, I'm much too young for that. But no, she was at the same festival. She would have been like 15, 16? No, probably 10, Mum. Like, yeah.
Say that for mother-in-law.
Yeah. But yeah, she was at the same festival. How crazy is that? Yeah. She never would have gone in the back of a kombi. Anyway,
I'm going to tell you, Sean Smith, bigger company. We don't gravitate towards big production companies.
But it's not massive production. It's
no,
big
it's not.
production
But
for
I
a
mean,
smaller one.
generally the reason is they do make some great wines. You can't deny it. But often the great wines are pretty safe, and they're just really well made and tidy. But this, it's got a little bit of funkiness. It's got personality.
It's got a little bit of funkiness, and I wasn't sure if it was him sitting next to me or whether it was the wine. Is it you? Or?
Yeah, that's me, but that's not what I smell.
Okay, well, I'm getting funky.
No, it's got a flinty, matchsticky, minerally, like a quartzy sort of,
like sucking a big fat stone of quartz.
It's got something and that's what makes it so fascinating.
Yeah.
It's really tight and lime driven.
Yeah, and clean and fresh. And in the mouth, it's, as he would say, racy.
It is. It's tight and lean and fresh, and it just begs.
You know what?
It would cut through food.
$35. This could compete with the top levels of Chardonnay. I mean, it does. But $35.
Or $40.
Well,
whatever
$40.
it is.
But you'd pay $70 and $80.
Yeah,
and
they could charge that.
You know what's next? God's wine. Tapanapa. From God himself. Tears Chardonnay.
Brian, I hope you don't mind we call you
2008.
We are genuinely honoured that you gave us your time
and
your stories. I mean, this is a man that is... He forged new ground in the Australian wine industry with Chardonnay.
And he planted the first vineyard in modern history of winemaking in Adelaide Hills.
He rediscovered the Adelaide Hills. This is...
1970.
He's a pioneer. He's freaking Burke and Wills.
Good man. And you know what? As you said before, this is probably your favourite Chardonnay you've ever had. And it is in my top 3, if not favourite. I love it. And you know what something he said that just struck a chord? Savoury acidity. savoury acidity. So you put that in your mouth, and if you don't think savoury acidity, there is something crazy going
So
on.
you kind of, and I'd be struggle to describe it, but what it is, it's acid without a reference to lemon and lime, because there's not much lemon and lime going on.
No,
with
no.
it.
You know what's amazing about this wine is you put your
Well, I've
nose
got
in.
my thoughts.
Yeah. You put your nose in, and it's got a lot of stuff going on, like here. But then you try and get your nose in deeper because there's more going on. It's like you almost want.
And with
It
my
does.
big nose,
He can drink it.
I get there probably quicker than you, just with your pretty little nose. But this wine, the nose, I'd almost be happy not to sip it because it reminds me of this. It's brioche
Yeah.
straight away, and I get it now as well. And I got it then, and people smelling is a reference point, right? And for me, brioche is so obvious because when I was in high school, one of my good mates was French, and his parents owned a bakery.
Yeah.
And we'd go, and he was a maths genius, and we'd go home, and so was I, by the way. I know that shocks
I
you,
believe
but we'd go back and we'd study maths and smoke pot.
Yeah, real
together.
maths genius.
But his parents always had brioche
Yeah.
and other pastries
That sweet
that they
kind of
brought home from the
yeah.
bakery that would have gone off, and so we just gorged on this stuff. And so
You had
brioche,
the munchies.
brioche is a smell. I didn't inhale that.
Oh.
Brioche is a
Bill
smell
Clinton.
that is ingrained in
Oh,
my
no,
mind.
that was
and that is, people. I've read about brioche in wines. I've never actually related to it until this wine.
That was George Bush, by the way. Never inhaled.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, Bill Clinton.
No, Bill Clinton wasn't the.
Bill Clinton didn't inhale.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
I had it right the first time.
George Bush is just a fucking idiot.
Lovely, lovely wine, and the palate. It's savoury acidity. It goes it through. It's bloody delicious. It's lovely.
It's ripe in and full in that it gives you this juicy white peach.
White peach and honey melon.
Yeah, honeydew melon.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
But it doesn't taste. It doesn't leave you with a memory of being full because this savoury acid drives it through. It's got this wonderful length, as in it stays with you for 20,
Okay.
30, 40 seconds.
As the great man himself said, it's like a tall, skinny, pregnant lady because it starts here, gets fat, fruit flavoured in the middle, and carries on all the way down. Yeah.
It slightly disturbed me, that analogy.
But anyway, Adelaide Hills Chardonnay.
Yeah.
Wrap it up. It is clean, fresh, minerally, great acidity, taking it to the world. And this wine can happily stand proud alongside any. And it's $75, which is not cheap, but it's one of those wines. There you go, $75, special occasion. Once you try it, you will not regret it.
This is palate changing Chardonnay. This is all those things you think you don't like about Chardonnay. It ticks those boxes and challenges those and says, yeah, but it is fresh and it is zippy. But it's not just fresh and zippy and thin. It's got all of this great mouthfeel and experience and flavour that makes it a wine that would stand up to some good chunky foods. Like chicken in like a creamy mushroom white winey sauce. Like
So
rich white meat. This would just absolutely stand up to it.
I'm really hungry now.
Yeah, well, me too. Miles, you're driving. We're going to go to a restaurant.
We're going to a restaurant.
Cooking.
BYO all the way.
We've got Tapanapa, M3 and BK Wines, Marfleur.
My life couldn't be better.
We will see you next time, but Adelaide Hills Chardonnay has just rocked my world.
My world as well. Taking it to the world. Adelaide Hills Chardonnay.
Cheers.
Yeah, we can go.